going on, guys? King Strats here, back in the video on the channel. And today we have a double feature. I'm actually at Wendy's, but Taco Bell is also on the menu today. Taco Bell dropped their new Cantina chicken items, so I got a couple of those, two of which aren't on the menu, but I just changed it up because I didn't like the selection that they had, to be honest. And I also went to Wendy's because I wanted to try their new Creamsicle Frosty. I love Creamsicle, so you already know that's probably going to be a whole vibe. Drop a thumbs up, man. You guys already know the vibes. I'm not going to hold y'all. I'm in a packed-ass parking lot on Wendy's, but I don't care. Let's get into this video. First, we're going to start off with this Cantina crispy taco. Now, I've said this before. I just think my location of Taco Bell is horrendous because look at how mine came. It's already broken, and I haven't even done anything to it. Taco Bell right here next to Wendy's, but it also comes with this avocado verde salsa, so I'm going to try that as well. My chicken sandwich, I asked for extra chicken, and I guess maybe that's why they fell apart, because it is absolutely loaded. But it comes with cheese, their Cantina chicken. Let's just try the chicken real quick. Here we go. There's the chicken. I thought it was supposed to be shredded. I'm not mad at that. The avocado verde salsa. I think it's because I got extra chicken that it fell apart, so I'm not really mad at it. They put mad chicken in here. Like, you can pay $1 extra for extra chicken. And I think anytime I go to Taco Bell, sorry about that, I'm going to have to do something with extra chicken because this is 1,000 times better than what I normally get. I don't even care that it's falling apart. I'm just going to put the rest of this chicken right on top of the nachos that I got and move along with it. Now, the chicken said it's supposed to be shredded. It doesn't look very shredded to me. It just looks like normal chicken. But the amount of the cheese and the ranch that's on here, along with a crispy shell, you can do a lot worse than that. Fast food scale, solid. 8 out of 10. Second item on their Cantina menu is this Cantina chicken quesadilla. So this one comes with their cheese, but I added rice to it as well. So there is rice on the inside of this. I always add rice to my quesadillas. I didn't get extra chicken or anything else on this one, but it looks like a slightly bigger, like as far as how much chicken is in here, it seems like more than what I normally see on their quesadillas. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you, the chicken on this, because it doesn't have all the other stuff on here, it tastes pretty regular. Let's try it with this salsa. The salsa's pretty good. I feel like it needs a little bit of something else on here, though. So I do have some. Yeah, I kept it in my pocket. Diablo. Going for another one. Little both, little both. Ooh, that's nice. You know, when I go to Taco Bell, I'm gonna be honest with you, it don't matter what the hell I get because I just put sauces all over it anyway, and then it kind of hits. The real question is this chicken an improvement on their other kind of chicken? Yes. A little juicier, a little more flavor. Not a crazy amount of a difference, but there's a slight upgrade. I think this should just be their chicken. And I don't think they should charge you more than their regular chicken. It should just be what their chicken is, because this is the only, in my opinion, passable chicken that I would get from here. Quesadilla, I prefer the crispy chicken taco more because it had more sauce on it, but I don't dislike it. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Now, these two menu items I made myself. I got one of their Mexican pizzas, but I substituted their regular ground beef. This dude is trying to eat French fries. I'm sorry. Oh, man, it's like GTA. My man going over a speed bump 1 mile an hour, and there's a Chevy behind him. And he's like, you know, basically looked like he about to brake check, dude. And my man, I looked in the car because I always got to know who's driving. My man was like, this was some French fries going 1 mile an hour. People are crazy. I'm leaving that in because y'all need to know when this be happening. It's just in New Jersey, bro. But again, I just substituted their ground beef for their Cantina chicken. I just wanted this. Ooh, I just got some hot sauce. I just wanted to see what that would taste like on the Mexican pizza. They have a burrito, and they also have a soft chicken taco, but they didn't really move me. So you can see on the inside, look. Chicken instead. We might be working with something here. We might be working with something here. Hold the front door. Where my sauce at? My sauce at? One of my biggest issues with the Mexican pizza is that with the ground beef, it gets super soggy. The chicken doesn't get soggy like that. So it eats like an actual Mexican pizza instead of whatever they were serving to me before. Let's get a little guac. Get a little guac. If I were to get a Mexican pizza again, it would be this one. It's so much crispier than when I get the soggy one that has the ground beef on it. So much to the point that I'm going in for thirds on a Mexican pizza, which is crazy. I figured this might work. I was going to do it with the crunch wrap, but I might try that next time. With the guac on here, a little bit of this. That's my favorite thing I've gotten so far. I'll give this an 8.3 out of 10. Again, nothing's elite, but I think I'm starting to see a recurring theme with all this, which I'll get to when I try my last item. So I also got their Cantina chicken nachos. Now, this is just off of their value menu, which is the ground beef nachos. I just, again, switched the ground beef for the chicken. It's normally what I do at Taco Bell anyway. So this came out to like a little over $3, like $3.29, I think, which isn't necessarily bad for an order of nachos. But this will give you the biggest indicator of whether or not this chicken is hitting or not. So I got the sour cream, the guac, and then the nacho cheese on there as well. I kind of rock with that. There we go. I'm gonna go in. Got one more Diablo sauce in the pocket. I always keep one of them on me. Y'all don't do that? You big back, you big back. You feel me? Okay. Let me see something real quick though. Let's go in. Let's do that. I don't want to grab the... Matter of fact, these are my nachos. I can grab the nucleus. Not bad. I should have got it without refried beans. Too much. My biggest gripe with Taco Bell is a lot of times the food gets soggy. Like, real quick. And then I have issues. You know, I don't like soggy tacos and nacho shells. They're just weird. So I rarely, if ever, get their ground beef. But with the chicken, it does help. Nachos are solid, and I would get them again, especially for the price. It's not bad. Like $3 and change for this. Wouldn't have an issue. I'll give that a 7 out of 10. So let's try the new Wendy's Creamsicle Frosty. Orange Creamsicle. I love Creamsicle stuff. And I just can't see this being bad. I am a little upset they got rid of vanilla, but I can't even get the damn cap off. There we go. Yeah, this is going to hit. I don't really think I need to hold y'all up too long. I like it, but I'm a little let down. A little. Again, I like this, but I don't love it. I would get this again, but I think what they do with these is they just take the vanilla Frosty and then they add, like, sweetener to it to make it the orange creamsicle. So I might have different than other people, but for me, I would have liked this sweeter. Like, it tastes more vanilla than orange. The orange is so faint in this one particularly that I think personally It could have been a little bit more intense. It doesn't give enough creamsicle. It gives a little bit, so I do like it. But in my head, I had a little bit more flavor on this, and it's kind of lacking. Would I get this again? Absolutely. Do I think this is, oh my goodness, you have to go and get this right now because of that? No, I don't. But if I'm going to Wendy's, this would be my Frosty until it's gone. That's real. Compared to the chocolate or the vanilla, this one is markedly better. I would say it's one of my favorite Frosties. How do you rate a Frosty? It's good. I'm not going to give it a number, man. Y'all understand, right? Makes sense. I paid $2 for all this food. I got this and then the creamsicle. This is a Dave's Double. I just wanted to see something, and I had rewards points. So I got a Dave's Double, and I didn't get nothing on it besides the cheese and the tomato. There's no mayo or ketchup on it because I'm going to make this a Taco Bell. Yes, I'm going to do it. So, hold on. We got a chicken Mexican pizza. And then double the toilet, double the fun. I saw a post today, and I feel like I've kind of touched on this, but I kind of want to talk about it again, because I think that sometimes when people either word things the wrong way, or people get upset by something, they tend to not, like, listen anymore. They just start immediately arguing to be right, instead of kind of just hearing people out. And I'm guilty of that myself, but I've been trying to improve on just listening, instead of just saying no, 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 and trying to listen. So, I saw this post today by Lil Duval. I know he's a comedian, but the biggest thing I knew from him was he did that song, Living My Best Life, a little while ago. But he made a post. And the post says, ladies, you're not going to impress me with being a boss because I don't care. I'm paraphrasing because he didn't say it like that. But I saw so many people in the comments being like, so you want a broke woman, or, you know, you're just being insecure, or things like that. I just don't think that people are really understanding what he's trying to say, because I don't think he's saying it right. I cannot speak on behalf of all men, so I never use the term all, but most men, it's not that we don't like the fact that you have your own money, or that you're educated. And I mean formal educated. I'm not talking about, like, not intelligent. I'm talking about formal. So you have degrees, or, you know, you independent. It's not that we don't like it, but it's also not that we do like it. Most men, it's not a factor in what you want when you're looking for a significant other. So we don't really, because a man in general is looked at as a person that, even if you're not going to be a provider, as a man, it is a prerequisite for anyone who's looking to date a man that you at least want a man that can provide for himself. Like, any adult male will be looked at as less than if he's not supporting himself at the very least. If you can't take care of yourself as a guy, you're probably not going to be able to date anybody. Or it'll be a factor where you're saying, I don't want to date a guy that can't take care of himself. As a woman, it's not the same in the sense of, we don't really look at that and say, oh, well, she can't take care of herself. It's not a factor. For example, I'm just speaking from myself, but I, obviously being a guy and having friends and etc. If a guy met a woman who he looked at and had all the qualities that he would look for in a girl, or someone he was looking to, a girlfriend or marry, etc., and she said, oh, but I still live at home, it wouldn't be a factor. Because he would say, that's fine, you know, and then he would move forward with that. Now, not all guys are like that. Some guys would be like, okay, well, she's a broke or whatever. But it's not a big deal, because we're the ones that are expected to provide anyway. We're the ones that are expected to pay on dates anyway. So how much money you have has no factor in that. Do you get what I'm saying? If I'm expected to foot the bill on everything, your money has no bearing on whether or not, like, you having your own money is almost like, well, that's good. That's how we looked at it. But it's never like, if someone's looking to date somebody, like, oh, well, she ain't got no money. Because we're the ones that are usually expected to. If you're a woman and you constantly are footing the bill for your significant other, even if you are doing it, it will look like a burden to you. You don't want to do that. I hear all the time from women that I don't want to feel like I'm somebody's mother. I don't want to feel like I'm someone's caregiver. I understand that. Guess what? As a guy, most guys, we do want to feel like we're your provider, your protector. That's a male trait. We want to take care of you. So how much money you have doesn't make a difference if we're able to take care of us. And personally, I can't tell women what to do or think. I would tell you, for the most part, if I was looking for a significant other, I would look for the guy who doesn't care about how much money you have. Because he's going to do what he has to do regardless. If you're looking for a guy who's like, well, he probably feels entitled to some of yours. And I know that at least the relationships I have seen, it's always been like, your money is your money, but then our money is also your money. I've never personally cared about how much money that a woman I want to date makes because of that. But if you tell me, well, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, that's good. I'm happy. Like that doesn't make me scared by you. It just means I'm glad you can take care of yourself. But I would still want to take care of you. So it doesn't, when he says he doesn't care, that's what he's saying. He's probably a person, I know he is. He's a person that he's not broke. So why would he care about how much money his significant other makes if his personality is, I want to take care of her? Most women don't look at men and say, I want to provide for him. Very rare. It happens sporadically, but usually speaking, you don't want to, like, so that's why as a woman, it's more desirable for women to want someone who has his own, because you don't want to take care of him. He can at least take care of himself. Even if you're a person that's more of a partnership, 50-50, whatever, you're still not going to want to take care of him. When you're dealing with relationships, more oftentimes than not, I can't say 100% of the time, but most situations, it's either both people chip in or the guy chips in. It's very rarely woman chips in, guy does zero. Now, I know it does happen, but if it does, most times, if the woman's the only one bringing in the breadwinner and paying for everything, she's not going to like it. And she'll probably grow to resent him. It's very rare that a woman will be comfortable enough and cool to just be like, yeah, you know, I pay for everything. I don't care. I take care of him. I don't think I've ever heard that. I'm sure it exists somewhere, but it's rare. So you get what I'm saying? When he says he doesn't care, that's what he means. It has no factor or no bearing on his want for a relationship. You feel me? So I kind of wanted to just talk about that. The Cantina chicken, like I said, it's good. It's slightly better than the regular chicken. If you like Taco Bell, you'll probably like it. If you don't like Taco Bell, it's not going to make you go. That's the biggest thing I can take away from it. Other than that, the Creamsicle is a little letdown, but I still think it's good. If you're at Wendy's, I will still check it out, for sure. You might get a better one than me. But that's going to be the end of the video. I'm in a parking lot. There's people eating next to me. It's kind of funny, but I don't really care. Like I said, my windows are tinted. They can't see me, even though y'all can. So I don't really care. When I say I don't care, but I just wanted to clear that up for people in kind of more of like a constructive way instead of the one sentence that's going to get people pissed off so that they start commenting. That's why people tend to do that. But we'll be back tomorrow. More content, man. The hand signs, they made it to YouTube.